all of you, including some of the Symbian developers who I know have come to Mix to hear a little bit about Windows Phone and Windows Phone platform. So Marco, why don't you come out and say hello to our Mix audience here.
Thanks, Joe.
Sure.
I'm very excited to be here. Thank you. Good morning. Great to see so many developers. And really, I wanted to say that at Nokia, we're really committed to our partnership with Microsoft. And I think together we can build a fantastic ecosystem. And we have the scale today to reach hundreds of millions of customers all over the world. We're really working very hard right now to create the first Nokia phones, Windows Phone. And we're all running really fast. And as you see, I'm wearing my running watch. And the opportunity is really to bring the creativity of all the developers to customers on over 190 countries that today already are downloading over 5 million apps per day and growing. Over 112 mobile operators. We actually are big believers that mobile billing is a fantastic asset because every time we introduce mobile billing, transactions volume actually go up 4 times. In certain countries, that's actually by far the preferred way for consumers to pay for content. So that's really a great business opportunity and a great asset that we can bring to the partnership. And today, there's already a way to reach those customers if you develop with Qt and with the other Nokia application environments. And I think that opportunity then becomes, in the long term, a great opportunity to develop on Windows also for our Symbian customers. And it's really about great mobile products with your creativity that is brought all over the world to create stuff that is fun and is useful, and I think also that is profitable for you. So in short, I think we're in a fantastic moment right now. I'm totally excited about our partnerships, and I think this ecosystem is something that will be actually beyond what anybody right now is managing. So thank you for inviting me here.
Thanks very much for coming, Marco.
Thanks a lot.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
So let me talk a little bit more specifically about some of the ways that we're going to increase your opportunity. There's creation and commerce and letting you build apps and sell them in more places. And then there are better ways for you to find apps. First thing I want to sort of talk about is the Mango update this fall is going to support 16 additional languages beyond what we supported in Windows Phone 7. You saw the screenshot there of some of our Asian languages. We're trying to really bring the typography and user experience sensitivity to these new languages, in particular the Asian languages, and do something that's going to be beautiful and attractive and well appreciated in the countries where these languages are spoken. In addition, we're going to increase the number of countries where people can buy apps. Or, excuse me, first I'm going to explain the countries where you can create apps. Today, you can create and submit apps in 30 countries, and we're going to increase that to 36 countries. So there will be a wider range of places around the world where you can submit apps to Marketplace. And then second, as I started to mention a little earlier, we're going to increase the number of countries where end users can buy apps from 16 on Windows Phone 7 today to 35 this fall with the Mango update. It's a big stretch, big reach for us to get the Marketplace into that many more countries and increase the surface area into which you all can sell apps. So we're excited to make that announcement, and we think it's going to really help continue to boost this ecosystem. And in particular, working with Nokia, who's strong in a lot of these countries around the world, we think it's going to be a great opportunity for all of you. Next, what I want to talk about is some of the ways that we're going to enhance the phone experience and the Marketplace experience so that once people get the phone, they can get your app. So I'm going to move over here because I actually am going to begin with a bunch of demos. And the first thing I want to talk about is some of the ways that people are going to use the phone to find your apps. So if we can switch over, there we go. Today, actually, I should give you the standard demo caveats. All the demos I'm going to do are on a very recent build of our Mango. We're trying to do wireless here on stage, and many of you have your phones on. So expect a few glitches. It's all among friends. I know you'd rather see recent code, so we're going to try to show you. So this is a recent build of Mango. And the first thing I want to talk about is helping end users get to your apps better. So imagine I've got a bunch of apps installed on my phone. Of course, I can set up live tiles. But if I'm installing 30, 40, 50 apps, I'm going to be more likely to use the app list over here. And there are a few things that we're doing to make it easier for end users to get to your apps if the list is really long. We automatically detect a long list now, and you'll see here the letters present in the list, just like we have in Contacts. We've implemented a jump list for apps. So if you want to get to Twitter, you touch A, you touch T, boom, there's Twitter. You can launch it. It's super fast and easy. I've been using this on my phone. It's surprising how addictive it is to jump over there, hit a letter, launch an app. So small thing, nice enhancement, something we've heard feedback on and we tried to improve. I'll give you another example along the same lines. You might notice right there there's a little search button. I can now touch that and do text typing to search my giant list of installed apps. So let's say I want to launch my Amazon app. I can type AM, boom, it's filtered right away to Amazon, and I can launch the app. But even better, potentially, from your perspective, right there in the same list is a link that will help me as an end user find something on the marketplace. So I want to transition over and talk about how we're improving the marketplace for end users to get to your apps. I'm just going to touch Search Marketplace there, and assuming our connectivity is working on stage. In a minute, you'll see some of the things we're doing to make the marketplace better. Right away, you might notice a few things that are going to be a great enhancement for end users and help them find your apps. I've done a search here, and the first thing you see is it's filtered just by apps, better than when we shipped Windows Phone 7. And there's a lot more metadata shown here. The publisher is shown, the price is shown, the rating is shown. And this list is provided by top downloads or popularity of apps. So users can find the apps they want. If what I was really looking for was music, then I can pivot over and see the music kept separately from the apps. If I wanted to find a podcast, we're going to have support for podcasts on the device in the marketplace in the US this fall. I can see all the podcasts that relate to Amazon and so on. So it's a lot quicker and easier for users to find the stuff they're looking for. And even beyond that, we've tried to improve the way people look at apps before they buy them and the buying process. So here I've opened up Amazon Kindle, which is out there in the marketplace, and we've made this a little bit easier for people to navigate through. I can look at reviews in a full screen pivot. I can pivot again and see screenshots a little bit better and easier to navigate. And in the spirit of trying to help users find, discover, and install more apps, we're dedicating a whole pivot right there next to the details, giving rich information about related apps that you might want to get if you like this one. Those are some of the things we've done there. I'm going to click to install this. We've streamlined this process. For free apps, you confirm one time. We automatically navigate over to the app list or the Games Hub where the app's going to be installed. And you see right there, the Amazon Kindle app, as soon as I get network connectivity, is going to start installing. There's a little progress bar. When it's done, the tile will light up and the app is installed. So we've really tried to make this process easier for the user, from the launching of apps to searching for apps to finding them on the marketplace and getting related apps suggested to simplification in buying and installing. Now, I want to also broaden this and talk to you about something that we've done that's a little bit different, and in particular is a new feature I'm really excited to show you for the first time here. As you know, one of the ideas behind Windows Phone 7 was to introduce hubs where a user could go to one place and see all of the stuff related to photos or all of the stuff related to games or all of the stuff related to people or music. And just as a refresher course, I'm going to go into the Music and Video Hub here where you see there's my music collection that I might have synced with my PC. If I pan over, there's my history. This is music or video I've been playing. Whether it's coming from our built-in experiences or your apps, you get to integrate with the hub there in history, and also new, whether it's our stuff or your apps. Over here on the right, we have this today, but we've improved it a little bit in the Mango update. There's a place for third-party apps to appear. So if a user goes to music and videos and they're really using, let's say, Last.fm or Slacker, those apps are present and taking over the hub, and it's one place that the user can go to do all those things with apps. This helps users find apps more easily than navigating through screens and screens of icons. That was a sort of thematic idea for us. And what I want to do now is show you a brand new feature in the Mango update that is the same basic idea, but gives access to your apps when users do searches. So what I'm going to do actually is use our built-in multitasking UI here and pan over. We pre-set up a search over here. I did a search, excuse me. I did a search using the search button, typed movies, and got a search result. So here I have my web search results, my local search, and so on. And as you've seen in Windows Phone 7, we give a Bing instant answer here when I do a search for things like movies that tells me movies near Las Vegas, Nevada. I can touch that, and this is a movie experience, assuming we have connectivity, coming from the Bing service that will show all the movies that are here locally. Let me try this again. I'm going to plug in my USB cable here and see if I can get network connectivity that way. In fact, I'm going to do this search again. There we go. Let's try that. OK, so I've done a search for movies. I touch the instant answer. I get a list of movies that are playing now. We'll choose source code. That seems sort of thematically appropriate. And in the Mango release now, as you saw in Windows Phone 7, when you do a search and you find restaurants, we have a restaurant card or a place card that gives you interesting details about a place, and we hang functionality off that. Well, here's a movie card for the movie source code. I could pan to the right and see showtimes, or if I pan to the left, all of these cards, which come with search results, places, movies, and so on, now have a pivot for extras. Just like in the hubs, this is a place where we're going to connect user actions on the phone with your apps. Now think about the scenario. I'm out in the town. I use my cool voice search. I say, movies. It gives me a list of movies. I find a movie I'm interested in, source code. Now I want to watch a trailer or see what the critics are saying or learn about the cast. Well, IMDb would be a perfect app to give me interesting information. And rather than leaving my search task, going back to screens full of icons to find the IMDb app, then launch it, then navigate all the way through the IMDb app, I can just, from the movie source code, launch IMDb as an extra, and using a deep link, IMDb jumps right to the relevant content for me, so I can scroll down and see what the critics are saying, I can watch a trailer, I can pan over and see the cast, and so on. We think that this idea is going to help users get more value out of your apps, enjoy their app and phone experience a lot better, and keep improving the phone in a way that delivers on that whole glance and go idea of getting you in and out and getting your tasks done more quickly. So we're pretty excited about this new concept, search extras, and helping users get value out of searches and your apps. So thank you. So that covers off on the first topic area of improving your opportunity and getting users to your apps. And now what I'm going to do is spend some time talking about the platform capabilities, the kinds of things that we're doing that are going to enable you to build better apps. And I have three areas I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about HTML5 in the browser first, and then some core phone integration, and then I'll wrap up and introduce Scott to talk about developer experience. So let me come back here, and I'm going to switch over, and I want to talk about the web experience. As many of you know, the Mango release this fall will include support for IE9. The phone has IE9 built in, and the thing that we've done that's interesting is the core web browsing engine on the phone that does HTML rendering and JavaScript and all that sort of stuff is the same code base moved over from the PC. The same exact code that is just shipped and is now getting installed on tons and tons of PCs is the code base that will be on the phone. And as a result, we get, thank you, yes, we're excited about that too. As a result, the user gets benefit because they have a fast, high-performance browser engine, and you all get benefit because the way markup gets handled on the phone and the PC will be the same. Now, it's true that the graphics capabilities of phones are less than the graphics capabilities of PCs. Yes, you have full access to all that hardware acceleration, but the GPUs typically are not as powerful. There's a little less memory, and the screen size is smaller. So it's not like you're likely to build one site for both, but there's still huge benefit in the markup and scripting being identical between the phone and the PC. The other thing that's beneficial for you and for end users is that HTML5 standard offers lots of great stuff that's going to make websites work in a smooth way on the phone. So first I'm going to show you a couple of examples of HTML5 standard support in IE, and then I'm going to show you how the hardware acceleration helps with performance. So the first site I have loaded here, this is a website. I'm looking at IE9 on the phone. We've moved the address bar down here to the bottom. platform so we can dedicate a huge amount of screen real estate to your content. The first website I'm showing is a sample HTML5 audio website. So imagine I've browsed on the web. I'm looking at an audio service. I can move over here and I'll